with Professor Dennis Coronacion, Chairman of the UST Political Science Department. Magandang umaga po sa inyo, Prof.
Hi, magandang umaga, Gretchen. Magandang umaga rin sa iyo mga taga-subaybay.
Professor, the decision to remand the articles of impeachment back to the House of Representatives, how do you assess the impact of that? And what's been happening now? Parang nagpapasahan ng bola pag nakikita po natin.
Oo nga, we were expecting that once the Senate had started with the preliminaries of the impeachment trial, we thought that it was going to be it was going to move forward. Pero ito nangyari nung last session of San Impeachment Court, ni-remand yung impeachment complaint back to the House. Now it seems that the current composition of the House has no intention of complying with the order of the impeachment court. So ang tanong doon, what's going to happen? Will the impeachment trial push through? It will be, because it seems that the situation is heading towards what we call a stalemate. Walang solution to or a constitutional crisis in the extreme case.
Actually, they have two requests, no? The Senate, upon remanding the articles of impeachment. Yung una is for the House of Representatives to certify the non-violation of the provision of filing only once a year. And the second one is for the 20th Congress House of Representatives to communicate to the Senate that it is willing and ready to pursue the impeachment complaint against the Vice President. So yung una po, parang I think parang meron naman pong openness, no, to give that certification. But it also begs the question, what is the purpose of that? Hindi ba pagka na-transmit na, parang na-certify na rin? At pangalawa, hindi ba this constitutionality issue has already been filed before the Supreme Court?
Yeah, that's why I think it's useless for the Senate to do that. Kasi nga, that's right, meron ng legal action, I think, filed by the camp of the Vice President questioning the constitutional infirmity of the impeachment complaint. And the same was raised by Senator Bato de la Rosa, in his speech during the session about the impeachment trial. So parang redundant na to, and since this is redundant, isipin mo what's the motive of the Senate for remanding the impeachment complaint to the House of Representatives, and for making them do an act which I think tama ka by the mere fact na na-transmit na nila ito sa that means any constitutional infirmity was already taken into account bago pa lang ito transmit. Tapos it's also telling us na kumbaga one of the implications is that parang ang gusto sabihin is that pinupolitika niyo ba itong impeachment trial, kasi yung very basic task ninyo to see to it na walang constitutional infirmity ay hindi nyo na-overlook nyo. So parang gano'n ang nagiging message ng Senado sa House. Parang pinupulitin ito to the point na yung legal aspect nakakalimutan nyo na.
But it also begs the question of why this is being brought up by the senator judges. Are they within their bounds to question that, or do you think that should come from the defense? Because yun ang sinasabi ng iba, no? Parang bakit kayo pa yung nag-file ng motion to have these certifications? Na kayo naman ang kumbaga husgado dito. Hindi kayo yung defense. Parang you're lawyering pa for the Vice President.
Tama rin yung point na yun, yung question na yun. Kasi if we're going to base it on the practices of the regular courts, hindi naman talaga yung presiding judge ang nag-question ng magre-raise yan . It should be the defense team. Tapos on that basis, pag may nakitang infirmity sa isang complaint, sa isang legal complaint, doon pala mag-move yung defense to have the case dismissed. Pero in this case, it's the senator judges who one of the senator judges and supported by the other senator judges, yung motion na ipa-dismiss yung ano. And nagkaroon na nga lang ng compromise sa parang instead of outright dismissal, i-remand na lang. Pero it seems na parang ano rin it's going to end up in the same way as pag dinismiss mo, no? Parang eventually wala na ring pag ni-remand mo, it's like saying na parang kumbaga man, it's a softer version of a dismissal, an outright dismissal of the case.
Some would argue that the second demand of or order of the Senate to have the communication from the 20th Congress to certify that they would want to pursue the impeachment trial kind of guarantees that this trial would cross over or carry over to the 20th Congress. Do you agree? Do you see a possibility na hindi na matutuloy yung trial mismo at magkakaroon nga ng functional dismissal?
Well, there are at least two possibilities. One possibility is that matutuloy pa rin because probably the members of the 20th Congress are going to comply with the order of the Senate as sitting as an impeachment court. The other possibility naman is that yung first possibility pwedeng matuloy pero given the composition of the Senate in the 20th Congress at saka given what we saw during the last impeachment session, parang ang tanong doon magbabago pa ba yung boto? Parang kasi ang tingin ko yung voting ng Senate sitting as an impeachment court yung 18-5 would not change significantly kahit pa lumipat mag-cross point sa 20th Congress. Parang yan yun Oo. Parang hindi na magbabago yan. So in case magkaroon man umabot yung impeachment trial sa point na kinakailangan na nilang mag-decide whether to convict or acquit, I think we had seen a preview of what's going to be the vote of the Senate should it come to that point. Ngayon, yung isa naman, pwedeng maging functional dismissal nga kasi a lot of things can happen from the time na yung June 11 until the new members of the House will take over. So marami pwede pa mangyari and maraming uncertainties. So pwedeng yung sinasabing functional dismissal can also happen. Plus the fact na it seems that the stalemate is going to, in the extreme case, pwedeng mag-lead constitutional crisis.
But of course, going into the 20th Congress, iba na rin po yung composition ng Senate and papasok po yung ilan sa mga veterano. Katulad na lamang po ni Senator Tito Soto, who I got the chance to speak with. And he was saying na itong pagre-remand ng articles of impeachment ay legal kung nasimulan yung trial. If it was a request done, upon hearing both the defense and the prosecution, kapag nilatag na nila yung kanilang mga ebidensya at may request to certify the constitutionality, then it would have been legal. Pero yung problema po ay hindi man lang binasa itong articles of impeachment at dumiretso na sa pagre-remand. Para po sa inyo, what are the possible political consequences for both the administration and opposition if the impeachment process does stall, and given the state of how everything has transpired?
Well, I think if the impeachment complaint is going to stall, the trial is going to stall, it's going to, kasi sino ba magbe-benefit dyan, it's the Vice President herself. So since if we're going to look at the broader context, all of this has something to do with the 2028 presidential election. So is it should the impeachment trial stall? What would it do with the plan of the Vice President to run as president for the 2028 elections? I think it's going to make her even stronger. Kasi sa ngayon nga may momentum na She has remained popular along with her father. So I think it would be the same. It would be yung kanyang popularity would reach same level of popularity by 2028. So on the other hand, yun ang mga administration nag-struggle naman, even the president, yung kanyang popularity, yung kanyang approval rating, they continue to struggle. Hindi maganda yung performance yan, no? So I think in the long run, the vice president, should the impeachment trial not push through, is going to benefit a lot.
Whichever way it goes, right? All right. Okay, we shall see what happens in the upcoming months. As you said, marami pang pwedeng mangyari. But in the meantime, maraming salamat, Professor Dennis Coronacion, for weighing in on with us and what happened over at the Senate and the impeachment court.